clap and keep your eyes open?
You can't?
I don't know, try it. So you clap, so you forcibly.
Okay, then we're gonna wake up Zion.
With MEG.
If you have to choose between a Johnny cake and a pasticci.
It's like Sophie's choice, bro. What do you mean I gotta choose between a Johnny? Pasticci, I think.
For me, I would prefer a Johnny cake.
Really?
Yeah,
Why?
because the thing is, people usually think that Johnny cake is only with cheese. But I've also had like Johnny cake com cabrito stova.
I don't think that's true. I don't think people only think it's with cheese.
I do think Johnny cake is more versatile. You could use it more like a arepa.
Wait. After we made pasticci Kool-Aid, pasticci lovers, how can you say a Johnny cake is more versatile?
Well, without getting us cancelled.
Okay, sure, whatever.
Yeah. No, but today we're gonna make some Johnny cakes and hopefully you'll learn.
Okay. Talk to me through it.
Okay, so for this recipe, we're gonna have dry ingredients and wet ingredients. So we want to prepare everything so that when we put them all in the bowl, we can give it a good mix and have everything go smoothly. For this recipe, you want 30 grams of melted butter. So cut it out, measure it while it's still whole, and then you can melt the butter. Okay, while the butter is melting, I'm gonna weigh out our dry ingredients. Yes, so we're gonna start off with 250 grams of flour. Okay.
I've always wondered, does it matter what kind of flour you use? Because there's so many different variations of flour. Or doesn't? Because I think it's the same thing with, you have Vasco with aardappelen, kruimel with aardappelen, dit aardappelen, but it's all the same, right?
Potatoes, generally, yeah. We're gonna put 15 grams of baking powder. Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, you could even make Johnny cake with whole grain flour. So then you have whole corn Johnny cake.
Yeah.
Whether it tastes as good, I don't know. But that's what the recipe we use every day.
Commonly, it's just all-purpose flour, though.
Yeah, commonly it's all-purpose flour. Yeah. A teaspoon of sugar. 1 teaspoon of salt. Could you grab me the milk?
Milk.
Now we're gonna add in the wet ingredients. So I'm gonna add in the water first, which is 65 milliliters of water and 55 milliliters of milk. I'm gonna give everything a whisk. And now for the last ingredient, the melted butter. So, and then that's the basic recipe for Johnny cake. If you had to make one of these on your own, would you rather make a Johnny cake or a pasticci on your own?
What's easier?
You've seen me make all of them.
Probably pasticci, because I've seen you make pasticci more times, so probably pasticci.
You think you'd be able to make little...
I see. So, yeah, a few chops. That'll be good, no?
Okay.
We're good. Oh, but the question is, if I make a Johnny cake, what kind of Johnny cake would I make?
Vegetarian.
Johnny cake galinha dal bom, sim, ó. Nós galinha de panchi. Johnny cake in jail. What do you do?
Yeah, like I said, this one, the one that I had with the stewed goat.
Is that the best Johnny cake you've had? You would say?
Yeah, it's up there. Yeah, yeah.
When did you have it? Like now, first off, so.
No, I can. I had a little like truck that's called Bokadushi.
Oh, yeah.
I don't mean
to say, Pami.
It should be.
Pami sita. Tem que Johnny cake ham queijo, mano. Dá le coi, ó.
Classic.
But a basic.
Classic.
Ham queijo.
Não, não me explicava como bota vai. Bota vai house weg. Ada ko house weg na pessoal aí. Como explicar pô, ya? Bo, bami sa bobo, camina, ya, sino nag si bosa, so kung camina pita tata. Pero quando vai de pita, quando passa pita, ele vai house weg que tu vai.
Sabe preciso que eu comendo.
Anda na buildings e bo, tem tirar, pode um português chiquinho.
Lembra que eu entrou
Isso, me sabe. Bota vai ainda para vai escola, se bota larga, um problema. Passou como gol, bota para escola. Bota maneira, vai Johnny cake ham queijo, é na coisa zeta normal. Lá tem está bom, não? E toda vez com direto, luxo, pami.
You know what makes it like a difference between... a Johnny Cake on Curaçao, which spots do it better, it's pure about ratio. Some places you get like it's a bite full of dough and no cheese. What's it called? Some people know how to make it when they give them a plate. Kind of almost like pita bread. Yeah, those are the spots, huh?
But they're getting creative with this because I'm thinking Johnny Cake sopa, Johnny Cake caprito, man.
You know what?
They're getting creative with it.
You know what actually sounds really good? Like a Johnny Cake, but with handi pasu and piccalilli.
Compolaga.
Like thin slices of handi pasu and piccalilli sauce.
Alright, Chris, what you doing?
Alright, so I'm just kneading the dough right now. As you can see, it's not sticky. It's not sticky, it's firm. So I'm gonna knead it just a little bit more, and then I'm gonna let it rest for 15 minutes.
But in the echelon of Antiano snacks, no? What ranks higher, a pastacci or a Johnny Cake?
I think pastacci. I think everyone would choose pastacci, but I think Johnny Cake is the like.
Is it close or is it a big gap?
I think it's still in top 5. But I think pastacci is.
That's always asking me top 5.
I think pastacci is too iconic. People, it's just too beloved. It's the thing. What's it called? I think everyone will reach for pastacci first and then reach for Johnny Cake. So. Unless you had a lot of pastaccis, then you reach for Johnny Cake. What's it called?
Yeah, but like if you get a tiny pastacci, you're like, oh, cute, a snack. But if you get a tiny Johnny Cake, you're like, what the hell is this?
I don't understand what that means.
Because like Johnny Cakes are usually like bigger. So,
true.
So you're like, okay, if I eat this, I don't have to eat for the next coming 2-3 hours. Whereas if you have like a little tiny pastacci, that's one bite, you're like, okay.
Yeah, but you could just have a normal pastacci.
No, but
I don't understand your point. That's what I'm sorry to say.
So if you go to someone's party and they have mini pastaccis and mini Johnny Cakes.
Don't think I've ever had or seen a mini Johnny Cake.
Exactly.
Don't think I've ever.
But
exactly.
What's the point?
Which point are you trying to make?
The point is, if we're talking about like snacks, the pastacci is gonna win because the Johnny Cake is seen less as a snack.
But pastacci is
what?
But normal pastacci versus normal.
Snacks.
Yeah. Okay. Normal. Let me make this.
Case.
So Graham, being the Antiano guy that you are, do you know the origins of the Johnny Cake?
No, actually.
Do you have a guess?
I do have a guess.
What's your guess?
My guess, I looked it up. So, that's my guess, So, it is, I always thought it was more, not Antiano native, but like more Caribbean native, right? But more to the Caribbeans. But apparently it's an American thing. Like it started, that's what I saw. Like it started in apparently in America or something like that. So I was like very confused. Unless I looked something up. What is
that what ChatGPT told you?
Yeah, it's ChatGPT and Wikipedia. So I'm like, hey, does it make sense?
Okay, as far as I know, Johnny Cake like started off more in the islands of Jamaica, because back then when the whole colonization thing was happening, that's what the people on the boats would like use for their like when they go on their trips. They get on their journey and have a little cake. Johnny Cake, Journey Cake, and then it slowly turned into Johnny Cake that we know today. But next to that, throughout the Caribbean, we also every island has their own version of it as well. Like
as in the dough or the
no, like the Johnny Cake. So they would call it a fried dumpling.
I've seen it.
But in its essence, it's just a Johnny Cake. They would also like boil it, like in stews and stuff like that. So it's like a dumpling for them to eat. But if you fry it, then it's a Johnny Cake type situation. So the iteration of the Johnny Cake is found throughout the Caribbean.
Right. I guess ChatGPT lied to me then.
Okay, so I've portioned and shaped the doughs. I'm gonna let them rest for about 15 minutes. So in the meantime, I'm gonna heat up the oil. The oil that I'm using is a sunflower oil. You just wanna use any kind of frying oil. Not an oil that has a low smoking point, so you don't wanna fry it in olive oil or anything like that because they burn and get gross and it tastes really, really bad. You want enough oil so that you can float the Johnny Cake in it. Preferably deep fried. That's where a lot of the tacos and snack bars on the islands do it. But at home, you're not gonna use like 2 gallons of frying oil just for Johnny Cake. After your dough has rested for about 15 minutes, you can stretch it out. Give it a nice shaping. And now a key part, before you throw it in your fryer, frying oil, you're gonna take a fork and then stab the middle a couple times. Sorry, you're gonna poke the middle a couple times.
Yeah, critical stab.
Okay. Why do you want to poke it though? What does that do?
Just so that it helps, evenly cook the dough. Now I'm gonna drop it into the fryer. You want your frying oil to be around 180, 190 degrees. Now you're gonna fry it until it's golden brown. Okay. While this is frying, could you grab the cheese so you can start cutting the cheese and stuff it in the joint cake?
You want me to cut the cheese?
The block of cheese, yes. And see, now in 5 minutes, you have a delicious, beautiful golden brown Johnny cake.
Okay.
Now put it somewhere with some kitchen towels so that it soaks up the extra oils.
And rinse and repeat.
And then rinse and repeat until you have all your Johnny cakes done. Deliciously golden brown and the Johnny cake.
We've been waiting.
Now you're gonna add the cheese.
You want half two or are you just going cheese as one?
Nah, I'm gonna cheese.
Cheese? Okay.
Yetave, a delicious Johnny cake.
The island staple, like one of the most beloved, most treasured pieces of dough ever made.
That's true.
Like,
Now, I would like to let this sit for like another minute just so that the warmth of the Johnny cake would like start melting the cheese. But Graham's hungry, so I'm gonna give it a cut now so we can eat.
do that.
Get that.
There you go, bro.
Hey. Cheers. Bon appetit. Everything you want. Cheesy, doughy. But the dough is, the salt and sweet combo is, you nailed it, man.
Yeah, it's nice and
You nailed
savory.
it. It's,
Yeah.
Open bom.
And the Johnny cake is also very versatile. And the Johnny cake is also very versatile. This is how we usually eat it on the ABC Islands. But for example, on St. Martin, they have it on the side with like chicken leg. And in Jamaica, they have it on the side with like, I don't know, ackee and saltfish or whatever. But the Johnny cake is a very Caribbean dish.
Everybody got their own style.
But I think ours is the best.
If you like this video, comment, like, subscribe. Don't forget to follow us on all our social media platforms. Anything else?
Now you said like, share, comment, download it, and let us know what you guys want to see next. And we out.
Let me know what your favorite thing is to have in the Johnny cake other than cheese. Alright? Keep it easy, better stuff, and I'll see you next time.